But another thing I hate from the fan base, like I really do. Let me say this with all due respect. I really do hate some of y'all niggas. I'm not gonna lie. I really do hate y'all, bro. When y'all speak on shit that, obviously we all can have an opinion. That's the reason that we do this. We don't know every single thing to the T. But I mean, if you watch the game and study the game, just certain stuff shouldn't come out your mouth. And I'm seeing, we need to start Andy Dalton for the rest of the season. All of this other different type of just really dumb shit that doesn't even make sense. Like, it's Bryce's first game. Like, I'm not shooting him any bail. I called out his mistakes, what he did wrong, what he has to get better at. But to automatically deflect to we need to start Andy Dalton, that just goes against everything that we've done in the past 2 years. Because why even go get Bryce Young if you just want to give up after one game and start Andy Dalton? Like, it's not even making sense. Like, y'all just got to be logic about certain situations and stop letting your emotions translate to dumb shit coming out of your mouth. Like, that's what we deal with in this fan base, and honestly, it's quite annoying. Like, that's why I stopped even arguing with a lot of y'all, because it's evident you don't know what you're talking about, and I'm just wasting my breath. But that's kind of what it was, and that really pissed me off, just seeing that throughout the whole Facebook post and all that other shit. Because when you go look at it, I mean, those rookie quarterbacks played better than Bryce. None of them won the fucking game. In reality, how many of them start? Anthony Richardson, Bryce, C.J. Stroud, 0 for 3. Translated to no W's. So that just all goes in to say, I mean, relax. It's his first game. If he gets to mid-season and he's still looking like this, then we have to have a conversation. But it's his first game. Relax.
I want to document that throughout the duration of this season, I will be extremely tough on Bryce Young. There will be no point in the season where I tell y'all that Bryce Young should not be the starter. There will be no point in this season that I tell y'all Bryce Young shouldn't be the starter. I think that's very unintelligent to go along with Terrence's point. I think it's absolutely preposterous and asinine to even make such a suggestion when you have a 21-year-old quarterback. How old is the nigga? 21? 22?
Something like that. Barely able to
Can
buy
barely
alcohol.
have a drink. I think it's absolutely preposterous to even suggest such a thing. And it makes you sound very, very unintelligent.
Which a lot of them are.
So, be serious, honestly. Like, be serious. And I'm not even up here to cape for Bryce. Because really, I was really, really ready to come to kick his fucking back in. Just because I had a shit day. As a whole. Like, really. And then I watched the All-22 today. I watched the game again yesterday. I really was coming up here to kick his back in. But then I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to chill. I'm not going to take it out on the young nigga. Because it was his first game. He know he got to get better, though. I will say that. Because I want to draw y'all's attention back to 4 weeks ago. At the start of the preseason when Tavian and Terrence came up here acting like the end of the fucking world was here because of the offensive line play. Y'all did too. And I told everybody to calm the fuck down because it was unrealistic to think that was going to be the same production that we got in the regular season. He got to play better. I will say that. Because this ain't, I mean, Terrence going to kick for that nigga more than I do. And he going to defend that nigga more than I do. Because y'all crown that nigga. Not just the fan base, the organization too. Because they crowned him before he even took a snap in the summer. They gave him the starting job. So, okay, cool. If that's going to be the case, show me. Show me. So, I say that to say, you can't really get but so mad when a motherfucker say that.
No, you can't.
You can't. You can't.
That says
they
that
crowned him. Y'all crowned him.
That says that he doesn't deserve to start.
He's not ready to start. Not to say he doesn't deserve to start. You can't be mad at somebody for having the opinion that he ain't ready to start.
To me,
after what you seen on Sunday, hell, after what you seen the whole preseason.
To me,
what the fuck has he done?
To me, that still doesn't make sense. I think that he's more ready to start than the other quarterbacks we had on the roster, and I can make that. I can say that based off what I seen in training camp. Because Bryce was better than Andy Dalton. It was a few plays that Andy Dalton looked better, but overall, coming out of the training camp, Bryce was better than Andy Dalton. So if that's the sample size that we have to go off of, then I can say that. I want the best quarterback on the field. And based off of what I seen in training camp, if that's who the best quarterback is, then that's just the reality of the situation. If Andy Dalton would have went out there and absolutely shitted on Bryce in training camp, then put the best quarterback on the field. And like we said, nobody comes before the team. So if that's the case, then that's the case. But if Bryce is the better quarterback, then he should be on the field. But that comes from people who are not as invested in this football team as we are, who doesn't watch enough of this football team like we do. They watch a game, and that's that. Half of the people that's commenting on that, I guarantee you, they wasn't at training camp. They wasn't going to break down the training camp film. So all of that, they're just speaking off emotion, as I said earlier.
To be honest, I really don't think you have much to worry about with Bryce, being that he was a rookie and it was his first game. Overall, I mean, this is going to sound kind of crazy because he did throw 2 interceptions. I don't think his processing was bad. Like, I think you could clearly see him going through and progressing through his reads, and I think he was seeing the field well. He did have those 2 interceptions where he didn't understand the depth of the safety, as he said. But overall, I think he processed pretty fine. Like, I think he processed fine at an NFL level, and I think y'all got a starting quarterback for some years to come.
I mean, yeah, I would agree with that statement. But it's very frustrating when you have an opportunity to win the football game and you miss 2 big plays. So that's why, I mean, like I said, I think it's extremely unintelligent to say that he shouldn't be starting as well as Terrence. However, I'm not going to get mad at somebody for saying that. I think you sound like a jackass, but if that's your opinion based on what you've seen on Sunday, I can't get but so mad.
So
because he gave the shit up twice, same as that route, the same as that play, to the same as that receiver, to the same as that defender, and then when the game was on the line, he failed to come up big in the moment.
Yeah.
So I can't get but so mad for somebody having that opinion. I agree with you as well. Do I think we have a starting quarterback? Yes. Do I need to see more? Absolutely. I need to see way more.
Yeah.
Because 20 or 38 for 143 yards and 2 interceptions with 1 touchdown ain't going to get it done. I hate to tell you. And if we just keep it in the stack, like I told you yesterday, or the day before, when you were trying to defend that nigga, do all that defending, if Baker Mayfield would have came out and did the same shit last year, y'all would have lynched the nigga. Y'all would have lynched him.
Yeah, but thing is, and like you also said, Baker Mayfield has been in the league how long? So if I got a quarterback that's been in the league that long, you had your rookie season. You had your sophomore season. When he get traded to us, his 3rd year? You damn right I'm going to lynch him.
I was like year 4 or 5, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. There's going to be a problem. And Baker Mayfield, he didn't look good to the second half of the first game of the season where he played with us. He didn't look good that first game until the second half. Other than that, he looked like bullshit. And what I would say to go along with that, on our scoring drive, Bryce went 6 for 6, touchdown pass. And also, what I would challenge people with, being that Bryce turned the ball over twice, in big moments he didn't come through, are we going to have the same, not comparing these two at all, 2 completely different skill levels? Are we going to say the same thing about Josh Allen?
Absolutely.
He gave that bitch up 4 times yesterday. All the turnovers were on him. Every last one of them, 3 picks and then a fumble when the game was tight. Are we going to say, I don't even know who their backup quarterback is. Bro, whoever you are. Should he be starting? Hell no. I'm going to roll out there with Josh Allen every time. You go give it up 4 times again next game. You know who's going to be my starting quarterback the game after? 17. So, I mean, I just think that it's just a bad take. It's just a bad take for people who say that. It's just a terrible take. I'll be honest.
I mean, it sounds like the people that are saying that are people who didn't want Bryce Young from the jump.
I've
That's
seen a
really
lot
what
of that.
it is.
Bingo.
I've seen a lot of that.
Bingo. Because you know what they prefaced it with? This is why I wanted C.J. Stroud. This is why I thought we should have went and got Anthony Richardson. Those same exact people. I mean, you can't win for shit with this fan base. You can't please them. I'm telling you, you cannot please them at all. So, I mean, I'm prepared to hear that for the rest of the year, honestly. Even though you're unintelligent and you probably shouldn't be talking football, I'm just prepared to hear that for the rest of the year.